Imagine you are a hamster running on a wheel. You run, run, and run, but never get anywhere. Now think of your salary as that wheel. You work all month, get paid, pay the bills, and guess what? The next month, you have to start all over again. If you stop running, the wheel stops, and so does the money. This is the big mistake of relying only on active income. You trade time for money, but never truly build wealth. Now look at millionaires. Do they work 40, 50, 60 hours a week? No, they discovered a secret, creating income streams that keep working even when they aren't working. And how can you get out of this wheel? By investing in assets that generate money for you, rental properties. While you sleep, someone is paying rent. Businesses that work without you, an online store, a digital course, an app. Financial investments. Money grows on its own with interest and dividends. Now imagine that instead of being a hamster stuck in the wheel, you are the owner of the park where many wheels spin, generating money for you. The choice is yours. Run forever or build your financial freedom. Imagine you just made a good amount of money. It could be a work bonus, an unexpected inheritance, or simply years of savings. You feel you deserve something special, so you decide to buy that dream car. Shiny, new car smell, full of technology. You picture yourself driving through the streets, people staring, feeling the sense of accomplishment. But there's something no one tells you. This car isn't making you rich, it's making you poorer. Many people believe that items like cars and even houses are assets because they have value. But Robert Kiyosaki teaches a simple and powerful concept. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Now think about the car you bought. Its value only decreases. The moment you drive it off the dealership lot, it's worth less. You spend on insurance, maintenance, fuel, taxes. Every month, it takes a chunk out of your salary. If you need to sell, you'll hardly recover what you paid. Unlike an investment, it loses value over time. And what about your own house? Many people believe buying a home to live in is an investment, but is it really? If this house doesn't generate income for you, but only brings expenses, property tax, maintenance, mortgage interest, it's a liability disguised as an asset. Now see the difference for those who understand the financial game. Someone who buys rental properties receives rent every month, and the property appreciates over time. Someone who invests in businesses that make money creates income streams without needing to be present all the time. Someone who invests money in assets that pay interest and dividends makes the money work for them. The big lesson here is, before spending, ask yourself, will this put money in my pocket or take money out of it? The rich buy assets that generate money. The poor and middle class buy liabilities thinking they're assets. And you? Are you filling your pocket or emptying it without realizing? Imagine you receive a treasure map, but it's full of strange symbols and you don't know how to interpret them. So you start walking aimlessly, believing you're on the right path, but in the end, you realize you're farther away than when you started. This happens to many people when it comes to money. They work hard, save a little, and even try to invest. But without understanding how money really works, they end up making wrong decisions and losing opportunities. The truth is that lack of financial education is one of the biggest obstacles to wealth. Many people think learning about money is complicated, or that only the rich need to understand it. But in reality, anyone can and should learn how to manage, invest, and multiply what they earn. Without this knowledge, the tendency is to fall into the same traps as always, spending everything you make, going into debt, buying things that depreciate, and relying solely on your salary. Now think about the rich. How did they get rich? Most weren't born millionaires. They simply learned how to make money work for them rather than against them. And the good news is that you can do the same. It all starts with knowledge, understanding basic concepts. Like passive income, assets and liabilities, compound interest and investment strategies makes all the difference in the long run. Those who don't invest in financial knowledge work their whole lives to pay bills. Those who learn about money make the money work for them. So the question is, do you want to stay lost on the map, or do you want to learn how to find the true path to financial freedom? Imagine you've spent your whole life believing that the secret to financial security is studying, landing a good job, and working hard. You follow this path, waking up early every day, spending hours in traffic, facing pressure at work, and at the end of the month, you get your paycheck. But when you pay the bills, you realize there's little or nothing left. Then the next month, everything repeats. You keep working harder, looking for a raise, picking up extra hours, but no matter how hard you try, it feels like you're never moving forward. Now stop for a moment and think, do the rich do this? Do they spend 30, 40, 50 years trading time for money? No. They discovered something most people ignore. Money can work for you instead of you working for money. The difference between those who get rich and those who spend their life struggling to pay bills lies in how each person sees money. Those who work for money believe that their salary is the only source of income and depend solely on it to survive. Those who make money work know that the secret is to build income sources that grow even when they're not working. Think of a successful entrepreneur. They may have started small, but they invested their time and money in a business that continues to generate profits, even when they're traveling or resting. Now think of someone who invested in real estate and lives off the rent they receive every month, or someone who put money in stocks and receives dividends without doing anything. These people aren't stuck in the rat race, as Robert Kiyosaki calls this cycle of working, getting paid, paying bills, and starting over again. They build assets, which are income sources that work without the need to trade hours of work for money. So how can you start making money work for you? Invest in assets. It could be a business, a rental property, dividend-paying stocks, or anything that generates income. Think long-term. The money you spend today could be multiplied in the future. Stop depending solely on your salary. The sooner you build other income sources, the quicker you'll escape the rat race. The choice is simple. Do you want to spend your whole life working to pay bills, or do you prefer to build a future where your money works for you? Imagine you're in a race. You run, and run, but always in the same place. No matter how hard you try, you realize the time never returns and the effort never ends. What happens if you stop running? The answer is simple. You stop earning money. This is the big problem with relying exclusively on active income, that is, trading your time for money. Many people do this every day. They have a regular job and work many hours to ensure they can pay their bills at the end of the month. However, they're stuck in a cycle where, if they're not working, they're not earning. And more, no matter how hard they try, time is never enough. It doesn't matter how much you earn. The fact that you're trading hours for money means there's always a limit to what you can achieve. Now look at the wealthiest individuals. Do they work all the time? Of course not. People like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, or Warren Buffett are examples of people who know how to make money work for them. They learned how to invest in assets that generate passive income. In other words, they created ways to make their money grow even when they're not actively working. How can you do this too? The key is to learn how to invest wisely. Here are some ways to generate passive income. Real estate investments: buy properties that you can rent out and receive monthly rent. Stock investments: some stocks pay dividends, meaning you receive a portion of the company's profits without having to sell the stocks. Own businesses: start a business that over time doesn't require your constant presence. The secret is to build a solid base of assets that generate money while you focus on other things or even rest. It's not about working more hours, but making money work for you. When you learn how to do this, you start controlling your financial life, and you're no longer bound by time. And in the end, this freedom is what will allow you to build true wealth. After reflecting on these four financial mistakes, it's clear that people often find themselves trapped in cycles that prevent them from achieving true financial freedom. Most of us are taught from a young age to follow the traditional path: study, get a good job, and work hard to make ends meet. However, this model has limitations, especially when it comes to achieving true wealth. The problem is that this process doesn't teach us how to generate income sources that grow over time, regardless of our ongoing effort. What many don't realize is that true wealth comes not just from effort, but from the smart strategy of building a portfolio of assets. These assets, such as investments, real estate, or businesses, can generate income even when you're not actively working. This changes the dynamic of your relationship with money, transforming it from something you need to chase every day into something that works for you, even when you're not actively in the game. Therefore, the important reflection is, are you controlling your money, or is it controlling you? If you find yourself in a routine where the only way to make money is by working more and more hours, it's time to stop and think. Investing in financial education, learning about the power of investments, and starting to build assets may be the first steps to transforming your financial life. If you haven't started yet, now is the perfect time to take that first step. And remember, no one is born knowing. And the path to financial freedom isn't easy, but it's entirely possible. The important thing is to change your mindset and start taking action. What do you think about this? Have you thought about how to start building your own source of passive income? Now that we've reflected on these four financial mistakes, it's essential to understand that transforming our financial life depends on a shift in mindset. Society, in general, teaches us to follow a predetermined path, where working hard and spending less seems to be the only route to success. But what many don't know is that behind this journey, there's a system that favors those who invest, educate themselves financially, and create sources of passive income. By seeking knowledge about investments and assets, you begin to realize that money doesn't have to be a constant concern. The secret is learning how to invest strategically. Many people, due to fear or lack of knowledge, avoid taking this step. But it's crucial to understand that the mistake is not starting. The sooner you learn and start investing, the faster you'll be on the path to building something that lasts over time. Instead of limiting yourself to depending on a fixed salary, look for ways to diversify your sources of income. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job or daily responsibilities. It simply means looking at money in a broader way, seeking options that allow your money to work for you. The important thing is that everyone, regardless of where they are in life, has the opportunity to transform their financial reality. With time, patience, and dedication, anyone can learn to invest and create a life where money is no longer a burden, but a tool to achieve the goals that truly matter. So I ask you, are you ready to take the first step and change your view on money? Now, thinking about everything we've discussed, it's clear that the key to achieving financial freedom is understanding how money really works and how you can use it to your advantage. It's no longer enough to work non-stop, hoping it will be enough to achieve your dreams. What we need to do is shift focus and invest in something that generates long-term results. True wealth doesn't come just from hard work, but from the ability to build a system that works for you, even when you're not working. Understanding the importance of financial education is crucial to avoid falling into traps that lead us to make impulsive and harmful decisions. Simply learning how to manage your finances, invest in assets, and understand the concepts of liabilities and assets can make all the difference in your journey. The biggest mistake many people make is not taking action. The fear of investing, making financial decisions, or even stepping out of their comfort zone can be a major block. However, the first step is the most important. And remember, even the greatest investors started with small steps. So, when reflecting on these 4 financial mistakes, ask yourself, are you ready to start creating a more solid financial future? Are you prepared to learn how to make your money work for you instead of working for your money? The time to start is now. The financial future you desire won't happen by chance, but will be the result of the choices and actions you take today. Are you ready to take the first step in this direction? We've reached the crucial point of this entire conversation. Now is the time to take action and start building your financial future. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start learning about investments or to take control of their financial life. But that moment will never come if you don't start now. The truth is, the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to take the first step. Think of it like a race. The most important thing isn't knowing exactly where the finish line will be, but starting the run. Every small step you take toward your financial goal is progress. It might be learning the basics of investing, starting to save a set amount each month, or even seeking passive income sources like real estate or stocks. The important thing is that you don't stay still, waiting for something to change without taking action. Investing in financial education is undoubtedly the best decision you can make to transform your life. But at the same time, learning is not enough. You need to take action. Action is the key to achieving any financial goal. And remember, all great investors started somewhere, just as you can start today with a simple step, no matter how small. You have the tools to change your financial trajectory. Are you ready to take the first step and start building your future in a smarter way? If so, the time is now. Now, looking at everything we've discussed, it's clear that the path to financial freedom requires more than hard work and good habits. It demands a mindset shift. We need to understand that money is not just a tool for paying bills or getting through daily life. When used correctly, it can become the most powerful ally you have. But to achieve this, you must know how to use it wisely, investing not only in the present, but also in building a solid and sustainable financial future. The big difference between people who achieve financial freedom and those who continue struggling to survive financially is that the former have learned how to make money work for them. They understand that they need to build passive income sources that don't rely solely on their time and effort. This requires patience, education, and most importantly, action. The secret lies in learning to invest wisely, being disciplined, and starting as soon as possible. You might be asking yourself, I don't have much money to invest right now. How can I start? The answer is simple. Start small, but start now. There are many ways to begin, even with little money. The important thing is to take the first step and understand that continuous learning and practice will bring results over time. The journey may be long, but the reward is the financial freedom that so many people seek. So the question remains, are you willing to start now, to learn and take action? Don't postpone for tomorrow what you can begin building today. Your financial future depends on the decisions you make now. Are you ready to change your life and achieve the financial freedom you've always dreamed of? The first step is yours. The rest is just the result of your dedication and patience. Now that we've covered all these important points, it's time to take action. Remember, the path to financial freedom doesn't happen overnight, but with patience, education, and, most importantly, action, you can achieve everything you desire. The financial future you want begins today, so don't waste any more time. If you enjoyed this content and are ready to take the first step toward your financial freedom, like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll stay updated on more valuable tips and strategies to transform your financial life. And of course, share this with your friends. Who knows, you might be the inspiration they need to start this journey too. I look forward to your comments And as always, a big hug. See you in the next video.